That's Manchester United through to the next round of the FA Cup. I can't say that I did not really expect it, right? Because we've been piss poor for a couple of weeks now. And yeah, we showed absolutely no attacking intuition in both games, the Newcastle and the United game, right? And a lot of people are going to start, blaming that Odegaard penalty that he missed. But I'm not going to solely put this loss down to Odegaard's penalty, because he did create an infinite amount of chances, right? We just proved and highlighted our main issue here at Arsenal, which is that we can't score. We have no clinical finishes, right? We put in about 3 balls in the same area, right? 2 of them, Declan Rice, he manages to get his head on it straight at the goalkeeper. It was a clear header, should have went in. He should have aimed at either side, it would have went in, right? And the second ball was, it landed to Havertz, right? Gets a touch off the keeper and he manages to get it over the bar. Now, yeah, it's just a sad sight. He also did miss the penalty as well in the shootout. But yeah, that's about £700 million spent for Mikel Arteta. And sure, he has progressed in some way. We have progressed as a club. We're now competing, if you want to call it competing, in the Premier League. We're still in the Premier League, if you want to believe it or not. Yeah, we're 40 points. Liverpool got a game in hand, so 6 points with a game in hand for Liverpool. Yeah, I'm not really too optimistic about the Premier League, because we've got to play Tottenham Hotspur. It's a Sunday today. We've got to play them here on Wednesday, and yeah, we've got Villa and Tottenham at home, very close together. It's a tight schedule. We've been playing these games really, it's been coming in thick and fast every 2-3 days, right? And yeah, I was speaking to Kenny about, here's a picture, I'm going to put a picture up. Yeah, I spoke to Kenny, and he did say that we're still in a couple of competitions, the Premier League and the Champions League. I don't know why he believes we still have a chance in the Champions League, because we don't. You see, when we did have our full strength team last season, we got absolutely we got knocked out by Bayern Munich, right? A team that we should have beaten at home, but we didn't. They had 0 fans in the stadium, and we still didn't win. It was 2-2. Yeah, so I actually have no hope in the Champions League. However, in the Premier League, yes, there's a debate for either one. Whether we're in it or not in it. And yeah, I'm not sure. I'm a bit pessimistic about the Premier League. For me, my stance on this season, it is January the 12th, 2025. The season is over. Just qualify for the Champions League for next season. I think we're going to do that. And yeah, we've got to regroup, get a striker in, preferably Alexander Isak. If you have to, throw 100 million quid at him. Yeah, we're at a point where we've only got to, we're set defensively. We've just got to get, I don't mind if we get one midfielder, but we should be getting a winger and a striker. So Isak for striker, that's who I'd want. And I don't really mind Nico Williams. I'm not that fond of him, he's had a poor season. Yeah, even in La Liga last season, he weren't that great. It was just the Euros that he was, fantastic in. And yeah, but I wouldn't really mind either Nico Williams or Liao. But then again, you've got to remember, Arsenal Football Club are not an ambitious club. They're going to probably go and get, a left wing back from La Liga and say, oh, here's our star signing, our marquee signing. Our marquee signing was Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling in 2026. Yeah, we can't compete for nothing. You know what I mean? He wasn't that bad today, but standards are low. Yeah, they're on the floor now. And yeah, speaking on the signings, we've got Mikel Merino in the midfield today. I want to ask you guys a question. What does Mikel Merino do? What does he do on a pitch? In the next game, or if he starts at Tottenham, I'm just going to watch Mikel Merino on the pitch and see what he does. Because whenever we are in transition, and however slow we are at getting the ball up the pitch, he stalls our attack. He's always in the wrong positions. In the Crystal Palace game where we beat them 3-1 in the Carabao Cup at home, yeah, the ball kept coming off his feet when we were trying to push forward into the final third, and yeah, there were moans around the stadium every time this guy interacted with the ball. Horrible footballer, Mikel Merino. I'm not a fan of yours. You know, I don't understand all these dodgy signings that we make, like Fabio Vieira, Mikel Merino, Calafiori. Are you serious? You bought him because he looks pretty. He's a pretty boy. Is that why you bought him? Or that he had a couple of good games for Italy in the Euros? You know, I simply don't understand this club sometimes. I don't know why we don't go for the obvious targets we should be going for. You know, why didn't we go for Alexander Isak in the summer? Not Alexander Isak. Why didn't we go for Tony before he went to Saudi? Why didn't we go for him? He wanted to come to Arsenal, but no, we decided to not buy a forward other than get Raheem Sterling on loan and trust in Gabriel Jesus, who again is injured. Yeah, he got stretchered off. I'm not expecting him to be back until next year, so yeah, he's bust. I think we've got to sell him in the summer, recoup our losses and we move. But this just highlights, you know, a lot of fans are not going to be too keen on Mikel Arteta now because we have been knocked out of the FA Cup again early round. Let's just hope that, yeah, I think the only realistic outcome for the rest of the season is that we make top four, right, and go and have a big window in the summer, and not just challenge for the title, we have to win the title. Okay, it's been what, 22-23, 23-24, and 24-25. It's been 3 years where we should have won it. Yeah, I went into this season thinking that Arsenal are favourites to win the title. You know, it's not acceptable, you know, just edging us fans for this long, you know. It's almost frustrating. You're starting to lose hope at this point, you know.